Nadu Odibowani ko se blowa. Ekene Maria, Egypt and Gracia,
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Please like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. Thank you.
Ekene Maria, Egypt and Gracia, Osebro and Onyeli, Edengos next Tiboronine, Ojazingos, Buma forgive Jesu. Maria, their son, name Kechuku, Yabalai Bandinja, Kita Amano, Amen. Yabalanya, your own name Kechuku, their soul, I will do in Christi. Ayo, I know you'll be old to Kenya, Grasa, in Imobiai, Kaiwundian Jabute, Usama, where money will have no Christian Mari, Sister Fear no beer. Where Batano stone and beaten away, stand a Christy, Amen. Otito the Rena, Nawan, Amon, so Otito the Rena, Nawan, Amon, so Amen. Otito the Rena, Nawan, Amon, so Amen. Pablo Bindini Querano Galaga, Pablo Bifaz Rican and Doqua. Amen.
Onye nwanyị nọnyere ụnụ ka Chineke ji ike niile gọzie ụnụ nna na nwa na mmụọ nsọ.
FM, 24 hours of informative, educative, and entertainment programs. Can't stop, won't stop. On Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 after Angeles, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonari FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
you can as well listen online here at mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM news update today, Wednesday, the 31st day of January 2024, and the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Efanchuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines. Anambra Cleric declares Governor Oti pledges support for investors as Nostrocom Limited makes entry into Abia. Court bars Anambra government for imposing caretaker leaders on community. Trump leads Tele by a more than 2-1 margin in South Carolina poll. Now, details. Anything in governance that serves the will of the people is democracy in action, Anambra Cleric declares. As Rivers State Assembly overrides Governor Fubara's assent on 4 bills, Anambra clergyman declares the actions of the House of Assembly in Rivers State as a welcome development only if it reflects the will of the people. The battle of wits in Rivers State between the House of Assembly and the state governor, Similai Fubara, continued on Friday, January 6, following the decision of the House to override the governor's assent on 4 past bills. It was gathered that Martins Amewodu-led House of Assembly had earlier passed 4 bills into law and sent them to the governor for his assent. The passers are the Rivers State House of Assembly Fund Management Bill, the Rivers State Local Government Law Amendment Bill, the Rivers State Traditional Rulers Law Amendment Bill, and the River State Advertisement and Use of State-Owned Property Prohibition Repeal Bill. The Anambra Cleric acknowledged the move as a political stunt that might benefit the people. Here is a report. Please take a listen.
Some Nigerians describe the overriding as democracy in action. The River State House of Assembly has voted to override Governor Similaye Fubara, passing 4 new bills into law. However, Anambra Cleric, who declared that tribalism is not possible in Igbo land, also stated that the development which occurred during a plenary session on Friday at the House of Assembly quarters, River State, is democracy in action if only the bill reflects the will of the people.
If the day that I have it, I see a human face in it, I will say it's all right. But if I don't see a human face in it, because that place now, Fubara is having a serious problem with Wike. I don't know what he's doing now, is whether he's against the people or in favor of the people. Because I know Wike has a powerful influence in the problem of River State now, the problem that is happening in River State now. Wike have a powerful contribution. Because for me, I believe maybe the agreement they had initially, it was not flowing because he wanted to do like a Lagos State Godfather, just like Tinubu did in Lagos State. But in Igbo land here, I don't think they can easily walk that way because we have, as the majority of our people has opened their eyes. But if that's what I mean, because if it is the will of the people, you see that this thing will influence the people will have a sort of liberty, have a sort of joy. Sometimes a way of the Bible says a way is made good unto a man, but the end of that way is destruction. Sometimes maybe the majority has seen what they need, and they see that with the governor, with his actions and his body language, they cannot do it. They move on their own.
Evangelist Governace Chidera, the overseer of Federal Watchman Ministry, also observed that this could be a political strategy of the former governor of River State and the current minister of FCT, Wike, to get the people on his side.
Wike may do that now in order to raise the anger of the people against the government. All these things are strategy. Because he has tried some areas and see that the governor is moving strongly. And the people of their own area, their own ethnicity, I think the Joy Nation, they are in support of Fubara. Do you understand? They are looking at it as a cue against their own people. So we give apply another strategy of getting people behind him that will fight the man.
The person who is also known as Holy Thunder stated that Governor Soludo created a standard in different governments in Anambra State must maintain.
No, the only thing is that what the most important thing he will do now, he has taken a powerful step, which I believe is moving in the right direction. You know, that we are in democracy, I say, although sometimes some of the attributes we see does not describe democracy. But what I will say in a nutshell is this: it has become a sort of campaign program in Anambra State. Any governor that will come now that will not sustain it, the people will be against it. So the only thing we will bring in now is let him make sure that through all this his tenure, he passed. I believe he has already passed it to law. That he sustain it till the end, so that when another government comes, he will continue to improve on it. Because anybody that come up now to say no way, the public will get against.
From Ezewole, Idemili Local Government Council, Martin Efanchukwu Ekezie reporting.
Still on the news, Governor Oti pledges support for investors as Nostrocom Limited makes entry into Abia. Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Oti has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to support investors and businesses in the state as they are critical stakeholders to job creation and human capacity development. Governor Oti stated this Sunday at the official commissioning of Nostro Communication Limited, Nostrocom House, a state-of-the-art broadcast facility which houses Spain 95.3 FM, Alpha Spain TV, as well as a musical, photography studio, and digital entrepreneurship Center, which would provide digital opportunities for the youth. The governor, who spoke through the Commissioner for Information and Culture, Prince Oke Kano, underscored the significance of fostering partnerships and encouraging investment as key elements in building a dynamic and prosperous state. Prince Kano, who also lauded the media's role in honest reportage, emphasized their contribution to the success of the state government's program and encouraged the media outlets to remain consistent in disseminating truthful information that supports public interest. The senator representing Abia South Senatorial District, Senator Enyinia Abaribie, and the immediate past deputy governor of the state, Right Honorable Ude Okochukwu, while commending the lawmaker representing Abia Central Senatorial District, Senator Austin Akobundo, for achieving the feat, called on the people of the Southeast Zone to emulate him by investing in the region for its overall development. Court bars Anambra government from imposing caretaker leaders on community. A high court sitting in the Ogidi Judicial Division has barred the Anambra state government from interfering in the leadership of Northia community in Njikoka local government area of the state. The court, presided over by Justice E.I. Ndigwe, in a judgment on Monday in Ogidi Idemmili North local government area, condemned the Anambra state government for interfering in the leadership of the community by removing an elected executive and inaugurating a caretaker executive. The judge, while delivering judgment on the matter, also awarded a cost of 5 million naira against the Anambra state government for arbitrary action. Elected executives of Northia Progressive Union had dragged the Anambra state governor to court for dissolving the executive in 2021 before the expiration of their 3-year tenure. Justice Ndigwe, in the judgment, directed that the tenure of the executive was still running, while also calling for their reinstatement. Counsel to the plaintiffs, Mr. Belolisa Ikechukwu Nwafo, who spoke to journalists after the sitting, said, "This is one more case that shows impunity, great irresponsibility, and descent into lawlessness by government officials." Now we move over to the foreign scene. Trump leads Haley by a more than 2-1 margin in South Carolina. Donald Trump continues to hold a dominant lead over Nikki Haley in the South Carolina Republican primary race, despite her recent blitz of negative ads attacking her rival, according to internal polling conducted by the Super PAC backing the former president. Trump, 77, leads Nikki Haley by a more than 2-1 margin in the Plateau state, where the 52-year-old White House hopeful was born and raised and served as governor for 6 years, according to a poll released by Fabrizio Lee and Associates on Tuesday. Nikki Haley and her DC establishment allies are spending millions of dollars to try and salvage a failed campaign that is unable to articulate a path to victory in South Carolina or any other state for that matter. A memo released by the polling firm alongside its survey findings reads, "The ballot, which is statistically unchanged from our last survey, shows this effort in having no impact." Trump also leads by double digits amongst voters who believe Haley did a good job as South Carolina governor. This is where we draw the curtain on news update on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Anything in governance that serves the will of the people is democracy in action, Anambra Cleric declares. Governor Oti pledges support for investors as Nostrocom Limited makes entry into Abia. Court bars Anambra government from imposing caretaker leaders on community. Trump leads Haley by a more than 2-1 margin in South Carolina. You just listened to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifan Shuku Ekeze. Thank you for listening. Good morning.
Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/gistfm.
Nwanne m ndị oyibo si home is where the heart is. Anyị wee bulie aka n'Igbo wee sị nwanne ebe ife ọma dị ụgbọ na-aga aga ka anyị na-eso. Nwanne every time m batara Anambra ka m nọlụ nwa aṅụlị obi m na-akụ Resident Leofi n'ogidi egbugbe m. Nwanne they cannot disappoint. Ịbata na residency ifunu rooms and suites luxuriously furnished. Nwanne Residency Hotel nwere a restaurant on na-abịa ịbata dị aserve gị local and intercontinental foods and beverages ọ ga-abịa ilisie ido arụ. Nwanne baezenụ na bar where you are served with drinks, wines and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. In the midst of everything, security is 24/7. Residency Hotel Leofino Gidi, dinner kilometer 13, Old Enugu Onitsha Express Road. Call them on 081 40 933 512. Residency Hotel Leofino Gidi. Ebano and
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebonadi FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be.
Our government,
Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanshku, as our number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebonadi 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds
In your face.
on Emas and Ebonadi corner
24/7. 24/7.
Ndewonu, afam bụ Nnụta Josephine Ujunwa, abụ m Adogidi 2024. Ana m asị ka unu na-ege ebe ọ na 103.5 FM Ogidi.
It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebona DFM. We blend culture and entertainment.
Okay, guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, right? Hit the subscribe button right here. Thank you.
We made a song. We made a